What's happening, guys? So today I want to speak to you a bit more about play. And the reason I want to speak to you a bit more about play is it is probably way more important than you realize. Now, if you've seen some of my previous videos, you know that I've mentioned play several times. I've talked about play being the best way to relieve stress, unlearn fears, discover gifts and talents you have. In terms of health, nothing could be better for your well-being. And most importantly, play sets you free to be in the moment, which is where all of us want to be. But I don't want you guys to think of play just as something that you do. I want you to think of it as a disposition, a playful disposition towards life where everything becomes play-filled. Now today I want to focus on how play affects children and how that relates to you guys as adults or to us as adults. Now if you have children, or you're planning on having children one day, pay attention because this stuff is really good, really awesome. Alright, so I got a couple quotes from a couple articles I'd like to read for you guys that is about children and the effects play has on them. The first article is from a 2017 article written by Siobhan O'Connor for Time magazine. It says this: scientists have learned that free play isn't just something children like to do, it's something they need to do. Play keeps kids physically active, it exercises their minds and their creativity. More than anything else, play teaches children how to work together and at the same time, how to be alone. It teaches them how to be human. The second article I have here is from a 2010 Psychology Today, written by Dr. Peter Gray. Now in this article, Dr. Peter Gray looks at the rise of childhood anxiety and depression and directly relates it to a decline in children playing, literally having what he calls free play time, time to just play and do whatever they want. And this is what he says: by depriving children of opportunities to play on their own, away from direct adult supervision and control, we are depriving them of opportunities to learn how to take control of their own lives. We may think that we are protecting them, but in fact we are diminishing their joy, diminishing their sense of self-control, and preventing them from discovering and exploring the endeavors they would most love, and increasing the odds that they will suffer from anxiety, depression, and other disorders. Basically, play is really important, and not just for children, it's just as important for adults. Think about it this way, guys. If children experience more anxiety and depression when they're deprived of play, why would it be really any different for us adults? Now that being said, what was once natural to us as children, being playful all the time and having a playful disposition, can feel very unnatural to us as adults. So what we got to do is we got to take small steps at reintroducing play into our everyday life. You got to remember, the goal is not just to be playful on the weekends or while we're on vacation or at the end of the day. The goal would be to introduce play into everything that we're doing so that we're always enjoying ourselves. So today I just want to give you a few ideas to play with. Number one, I want you guys to try eating more with just your hands. And I'm not just talking about sandwiches and hamburgers. I'm talking about salads and pasta as well. Number two, I want you to be more creative in your home. Let's say you want to do a movie night. Rather than just watch the movie just like a kid, I want you to build a fortress or like an indoor tent from which to watch it in. Number three, I want you to introduce some sort of game to your work environment. If you work with other people, introduce something like a game of tag. Everyone knows how to play it and it's simple to do. Now, I'm not going to give you guys a long explanation for why I want you to do these things. I simply want you guys to take a risk and start playing with them. But I can promise you this, that the more you start to play with these ideas, the more you're going to start to feel alive. So get out there, build a fortress, get your hands dirty, tag somebody,